Hello everyone, welcome back to Morrowind. Now, in the last episode I mentioned there was a bug involving the Telvanni wizard rank, that if you get it before you recruit a mouth, that you will completely shatter the game. This is true and false. See, in the base game, it does that. But in the Game of the Year edition, which is what you'll get off of Good Old Games, or Steam, or pretty much anywhere else online that sells it, frankly, it is patched. You can also patch it with, I believe Tribunal came with a patch, but I definitely know Blood Moon came with a patch. So, if you're too worried, don't be. It just adds an extra line to Gothrin. Now, the slave key. Remember how I mentioned that I've probably walked right by it? I'm gonna spend so much time. I'm going to save just in case this counts as stealing, because I don't want to get, you know, horribly murdered.
I thought I heard something.
Nope, they're not angry with me. Good. Let's go free the slaves. Now, something to know.
How are you?
3 blessings, Sarah.
You'll get 2 scrolls of command out of this. However, this is not the reward you're supposed to get, I guess would be the best way to put it. Or is A-Ball? Northwest Tavern, okay. Rather, you're supposed to kill all the slaves. If you kill all the slaves, you get a ring of fire on target, which is pretty good. But if you kill all the slaves and their leader, you get both that ring of fire damage on target, which is pretty good, and a ring of Toxic Cloud, which is one of the best direct damage rings in the game. It isn't, you know, artifacts and stuff, because artifacts don't really count for that. That's like, you know, comparing... That's like saying that a really good assault rifle doesn't hit as hard as an Abrams tank's main gun. That just ain't fair, you know? Completely different leagues. NESW. Give all mine. Head up north, cross the next island on the northwest. And where did I go last time? I went... Looks like over that way, honestly. Looks like I got distracted while showing off that key location. You can't kill Thorana for it, and apparently it is also next to the Kwama Queen in the mine itself. I feel so dumb for spending so long wandering around the tower when it was basically right under my nose. Oh well, we live and learn. At least we should live and learn. Some people don't learn and they just keep making the same mistake over and over and over again. There's probably a smarmy comment to be made about the definition of insanity here, but I'm lazy. Ah, the dead things I made dead earlier. Hello, dead things I made dead earlier. You have been replaced with more Cliff Racers. Cliff Racers. I have no idea how these things keep reproducing so fast. Seriously, they're like flying rabbit manta rays at this rate. Annoying flying rabbit manta rays, because at least most rabbits will run the hell away when you try and kill them. Yes, I can get the carnivores being kind of aggressive towards humans, but... Actually, are Cliff Racers carnivorous? Because that beak does look kind of carnivorous, but... I'm not even sure if that's a beak, frankly. Because Morrowind biology is kind of... fantastical. Not just in the, I strapped 4 arms to it! Now it's magic! Sort of fantastical. Let's get back in the egg mine and free the slaves. Hello, go free! Yep.
This scent is new.
Also, it's a nice touch they do to explain why, you know, the bracers have constant drain magicka, that some slaves are apparently former sorcerers.
Summoned by a
Eat a Lie actually mentions this. Yep. And he doesn't like Solstheim. Yep, that is the twin lamps. This is one of the big things. That was, again, cut out. Let's go and see the queen. We already cured one, but I want to get in, get out, quit mucking about. Also, I don't believe we can directly go free them. Like Actually, did we lose the key? Because I didn't look too closely at the items, I'll be blunt. Let's look at the keys and see if I have the Abadal. No, I don't think I do have the Abadal key. So I guess I gave him the key? Yes, I'm sure, very intimidating. That's the queen. Yep, this crate has the A-ball slave key. That would have been a lot easier. I believe they're based on ant queens, too, because look at that butt. It reminds me a lot of an ant queen's butt. Yep, it's still based on a forager, too. And I just realized I started talking about ant butts. That is the weirdest conversation topic I've had for about 5 hours. Maybe 6. What time is it? Alright. Yeah, close to 6. Alright. Now we need to get back to... not Master Aryan, but Aryan... No, I don't want to use Mark. I don't want to use Mark. I want to use Recall. I want to use Recall. That could have been very awkward. Master Aryan, because then I can, Divine Intervention from here. After missing several clicks. To Sadrith Mora very easily. Now, there's a bit of a nuisance thing here. He says that I need to complete more chores, but I had forgotten that that's actually a bit of a... not bug so much as him not telling you something. You also need to complete stage 1 of your stronghold. Now... that requires two items. Specifically, you need to trap souls in very large soul gems. 2 of them. You'll see which souls when I actually go and talk to the proper person about them. But I will say this much. Remember how I mentioned a while back Azura's Star? They're infinitely reusable soul gem? Whatever you do, whatever you possibly do not have Azura's Star in your inventory when you turn in the 2 soul gems.
I don't know where to begin.
It will not end well. With spells of command. Interesting. And I can make my slaves be more obedient. Something, something, fetish, something, something. No. Also, wait. How does anyone even cast these? I know increasing my skill in these would make them much cheaper, but really? Really? That is a ridiculous amount of dosh. Not dosh, ant brain. That's a ridiculous amount of stuff. Now, are any of you the one I want to talk to? Name begins with L? No. Okay.
Impressive. These clothes suit you.
So now
well.
I want to Amulet of Recall again. Yeah, I know. Don't worry too much about
May
it.
you find me worthy of your attention.
He'll say that. We want to talk to him about a stronghold now. We need to go to Luna Hlaran in Sadrith Mora in the Telvanni Council House. I may be saying the name wrong. You know my view on Morrowind's names. At least the important people like Amalek. God damn it! I used Almsby and not Divine. Right. This is what happens when you misclick, folks. Unfortunately, there aren't enough hotkeys to actually bind all the things you want to use on a regular basis. Especially as the hotkeys are much easier to use in combat. I suppose this is the Let's Play curse kicking in, because trying to talk and, you know, be coherent, which sometimes I am not, I will admit, and play the game focused is a bit difficult. Now, I believe if we go to cool, we can just go to...
We make a special...
Oh, what am I doing?
Save no prize.
Recall Divine. Let's find Lulunu Thingy Thingy. I doubt many people out here have 2 L's in their first name. But I wouldn't be surprised if there are multiple on the grounds of just screwing with you. I don't think there are. Especially as it's explicitly mentioned in the council house. Yeah, why is that labeled House Redder? And I think that's a bug. Yeah. I may solve the Gateway Inquest later, but I think I may have borked it by murdering the ghost before I actually got the quest. Because as it turns out, when I run into a ghost while exploring, I tend to stab it. This doesn't work out well for most people because, unlike how with how easily I've been, you know, going through everything like butter, that's because I'm the protagonist. Most people do not get a full suit of ebony in 69 days. Please, no jokes. Isn't that kind of game.
You flatter me.
Anyway, we're looking for the Telvanni Hermitage, I believe is the name. Telvanni Council House Hermitage, yeah, that was it. It's Daedra Mora. We're in the Telvanni Council House, so we want to go find the Hermitage, and I believe it's downstairs. Lothar, Leleso,
Speak, traveler.
Mirasso, Tendris. That's the chambers, but the Hermitage is even deeper. Even past this guy, who always has those 2 quality health potions.
Make it quick, red guy.
Shut up. Also, remember I mentioned Fast Eddie needs 3 quality potions of invisibility? I was wrong. I checked. He does not need that. He needs 5 standard potions of invisibility. So... yeah. This is the person we want to talk to, Luna Claren. I'm just going to call you Luna. Not that Luna. They're not a princess and they're not a horse. Construction contract from Duke Verdam Dren in Ebonheart. And 2 strong souls. We need Storm Atronachs, but Winged Twilights. I just made a My Little Pony joke. I'm not going to make another one. And Golden Saints. So, basically... actually, didn't I get rid of all of my scrolls of Forgetby's Soul Feeder because I thought I didn't need them? Please don't tell me I did that. I did, didn't I? Judith, I am recording! Apologies! Relatives! Now, do I need to buy scrolls? Or do I have any scrolls that have Soul Trap on them in here? Because I know that Forgetby's Gem Feeder is the only one that's exclusively Soul Trap. At least it's the only one I remember. Also, something really nice that could happen for a mod, that would just be nice quality of life, would be if it showed how many scrolls you had. Just a thought for any modders who listen to this. Probably not many, since I don't use mods until Skyrim in this, is when I tried to mess with mods in Oblivion, I had to completely reinstall the entire game, and yes, Scrolls of Psychic Prison. How many of those do I have? 3, exactly.
What do you want, Outlander?
Also, apologies for the skitter noise in the background. My little brother has just brought the dog in. I'm not much of a dog person. Fur cats. They're smaller. Anyway. Off the topic of reality and onto the topic of ripping out demon souls. Well, Daedra souls. They're not really demons, I suppose. Like, there's some demonic qualities, but honestly, the metaphysical state of the Elder Scrolls universe isn't really something that you can just sum up in one concept. Like,
Impressive. These
the 9 divines are not your traditional, you know, pantheon of Greek gods or council of friendly gods or anything I can think of. Not to mention the Living Tribunal. They're just odd. Especially Vivek, because he's the one we know the most about.
Yes, stranger?
Seriously, a hermaphroditic bug king is the bard. Like, eh? Anyway, we need to find Daedric shrines now. But we also need to go to Ebonheart. I think we're going to go to Ebonheart first. Because I don't remember how you get the contract. I think it is just money. And, well... yes. You see. Now, something to note. Even souls that are stronger than those 3 types will not work. You have to have a Storm Atronach, or a Winged Twilight, or a Golden Saint. Doesn't matter if you manage to stick Vivek's soul in Azura's star, it will not be taken. And yes, you can kill Vivek and stick his soul in a star. You even meet him. There is in fact an alternate route in this game involving Vivek, and while I will not be showing it, I will explain it when we get to the point where we can actually do things with it. And yes, I do mean kill Vivek the person, not Vivek the city. I can't kill a city just yet, even if I could probably kill everyone in it. I'm not going to do that, folks. That would take a while. It would get very boring. I mean, yeah, I can probably depopulate the continent, but who wants to do that? Also be kind of a dick move. Because, you know, you just depopulated the continent. That's generally considered the sort of thing that classes under dick move. I may not be the best social person ever, but I definitely know that, you know, mass murder of people that aren't disliked tends to be frowned upon. To say the least. Right to Ebonheart from here. And then it is after we get our deed from the Duke, who lives in the castle, by the way. He's not too hard to find. Because, you know, he's Duke. He's kind of important. I believe he's actually officially the guy in charge of the whole province, but there's official and there's effective, if you get my meaning. Like how officially right now, I should be doing a lot of paperwork to help set up my tower and stuff. And it would probably take hours of negotiation and chatting and work to actually, you know, get the damned thing set up, but oh, shove it up your ass and die. Someone in particular, where's the Duke? The Duke and the Ground Council members are here. Knight Bachelor. I know it doesn't mean that, but I can't help but imagine it's a knight whose entire knighthood is based around trying to stop being a bachelor. I know that's not what it is, but damn if it doesn't amuse me. What's Vadum Dren? Ah, Orvas Dren. No one likes you, Orvas. Seriously, Orvas Dren is kind of a dick, because I believe he's the head of the Kimono Tong. I may be slightly misremembering, though. I know he's a dick, though.
Come on.
He's also a dick with good loot, so if you find him, I suggest stabbing him if you think you can get away with it. Only if you think you can get away with it. Imperial Commission. That sounds like somewhere Dukish. Oh, there's books. Ooh, books. This place, really, any library in the game is somewhere where you don't want to just do what I've been doing and run around and just flicker over the books for skill books. Unless you're min-maxing. No, you want to sit down and just read all of these things. Even if you've read them before, it's generally pretty damn interesting. Also, skill book there. Like, all of these are just cool books. They didn't skimp on the world building. but no one knows who they are. Dun dun dun! Now, that being said, the blades don't really do much except for offer early trainers, and they are pretty cheap trainers, do not get me wrong. If you're low level, I believe you can go to the trainers and get gifts, but don't quote me on that, you know? Let's climb up here and see if this gets me to the Duke. Hello, you people look important.
You talk too
Wow.
much, Outlander.
I'm not killing the
Do you
Duke.
want
I'm not even going to try and fight the Duke. The Knight of the Imperial Dragon. Yeah, there is an Imperial Dragon. Unfortunately, due to some circumstances, it doesn't exist in Oblivion.
Let's get this over with quickly.
Okay, I'm going to discuss something from Skyrim here that's pretty obvious for anyone who's actually played Skyrim, but the implications of it often aren't. Now, fair warning, this is going to get confusing as all hell. Don't think of time very much, okay? So, right now, if I was to somehow walk into Cyrodiil in this game, like,
There is
just
someone watching
somehow,
me. I can tell.
it would be jungle. Not what we see in Oblivion, which is kind of temperate, but just flat out horrible, rainforesty, buggy, marshy jungle. With cities carved out of it. This is not what we see in Oblivion. This is explained in a book in Oblivion, but it's a kind of hard to find book if memory serves. However, you may remember in Skyrim that crazy shouting Talos priest, Heimskar in Whiterun. Remember how he keeps writing about breathing and royalty and reshaping the land? Yeah, the last act of Tiber Septim before he ascended to being Talos was that he basically retconned Cyrodiil into being an actual nice place to live instead of a stinky, muck-filled jungle place. Because the Thuum at the level Tiber Septim had it is bullshit. As it turns out, being able to tell reality, "Oi! Get! Do this!" And reality going, "Yes, master. I obey." It's pretty useful.
Where is that slave?
Alright, construction contract, what do you want? Huh? I thought it was harder than that. I legitimately did think it was harder than that. Does he actually believe I'm the Nerevarine? I got to look at this contract. There has to be a catch here. I'm suspicious now. Wow, 5,000 gold. Also, Sophia is another name for the Living Tribunal. It's like the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit in Christianity are called the Holy Trinity a lot. 10 men-at-arms. I believe this is actually based on some historical documents. Yeah, I'll protect them. I suppose it counts as protecting... I have a seal? But yeah, I suppose it counts as protecting if, you know, I'm saving the world because I'm protecting my vassals in the process. It's like those old stories about... It's like all those stories about evil monsters helping to save the world because, you know, they might want a ton of money and to live in the lap of luxury for their whole life and be a lazy little shit that's kind of evil. And the greedy fucks too. But they want to, you know, have the money and they want to have things to be greedy fucks about instead of, you know, having the entire world go blue. Because I'll admit, my character in this would probably be a greedy little thieving shit. Like if I actually role-played my actions out. And honestly, role-playing your actions out can get really interesting things. Also look at that, that's cool. But I'm not doing it right now. Let's go to somewhere with Daedra. Where? I don't know! We, gentlemen, ladies, and Fthagan, are going a-wandering. Alone. That would have worked much better if this was Fallout 3. I wish Fallout 3 wasn't buggy as hell for me, otherwise I could probably do a Let's Play of it. Then again, I never did fully beat Broken Steel. Oh well. I'd make some smarmy commentary about time, but I do love how Morrowind looks. I know Cyrodiil is a lot more traditional fantasy, and Skyrim is more... I'm not even sure how to describe Skyrim's climate aside from mountain foresty. I can't really think of a stereotype it fits, like narratively speaking. Maybe that's just me. I will admit to not being the most creative of people at times. Aldsotha, Telisaro, Balfell sounds like a Daedra key place. Now, something that you can do is use your conjuration to skip this, basically. Well, not skip so much as vastly speed up. Like, you just summon a Storm Atronach, soul trap it, and kill it. And wham bam, thank you ma'am, you have a soul. Also, it doesn't... While she said Storm Atronachs are best, that is... Well, in the fluff it's true, but it doesn't really have the impact that I am aware of on your actual stronghold. So yeah. Alright, little tiny islands. We're going island hopping and swimming. Not really too much to talk about. What else? What else is there? That? No. I mentioned Azura's Star. I mentioned that they fixed the bug in the Game of the Year edition and with, one of the expansions. And honestly, you should get all the expansions. Tribunal alone makes it so much easier to get money. Not only for the fact that it, well, basically delivers you great big lumps of money in the form of Dark Brotherhood assassins quite often. That are, leveled to you so they're not too dangerous. But it also delivers to you some very, very nice shops in God's Reach that have over, and the Plaza, which have over 10,000. Actually, I don't think any of them break 10,000, but I know they have 10,000. But that's better than pretty much any shop in the base game that isn't the Mudcrab Merchant, so it makes earning money off really valuable items like Ebony and Daedra equipment a lot easier. But since by the time you have Ebony and Daedra equipment, you generally can't really barter with the shops for much. Like, you can't go, oh, you can't pay me 5,000 gold pieces because you only have 2,000? Well, I'll just take 3,000 gold pieces of item. What is item? Whatever you need. Those numbers were completely pulled out of my ass, by the way. Who are you guys? Plow Guard. What's this place? Omani Manor. Anything interesting in here? I don't remember this place off the top of my head. But I don't remember a lot of things off the top of my head. Often seeing something noticeable or important will jog my memory. This is basically a food pantry, it seems, though I am tempted by the Hackalo, but no. I'm actually pretty heavy on weight, because I do need to do some cleaning of my inventory. Especially my potions, as honestly, I'm carrying too many potions. Don't get me wrong, potions are great, but there is such a thing as too many, I also need to clean out my scrolls of things like, the gray, all of the gray ones, honestly, because the gray ones aren't very good for my combat style. They can be good for other people, obviously. There's no bad build in Morrowind. Well, baseline Morrowind, there's medium armor, but the expansions do somewhat rectify that. By adding in Royal Guard armor for Tribunal and Ice armor for Bloodmoon. Which, does help. It's still not a very good skill, frankly. I still don't like it, but it is less trash than it is with just the base game. Also, something else to note. While I said this is not an optimized build, this is because magic in this game is very, very powerful. Early on, you'll be like a mimetic early edition D&D wizard, where you basically just go, magic missile, magic missile, magic missile. Sleep for 4 hours, magic missile, magic missile, magic missile. Rinse and repeat is your only method of actual combat. But once you get to the stage where you're getting a bunch of enchanted items, and you actually have some really high skills and cast chances, you will turn into a bipedal nuclear weapon. There's a reason why the army house, you know, doesn't really try and... Actually, it's really not the reason the army house doesn't try and fuck with House Telvanni, so which is why no one tries to fuck with House Telvanni. As it turns out, super ancient wizards, generally who want to be left alone, tend to respond with, I would say explosions, but that's probably very tame if you actually piss them off. Of course, I'm a nice guy. I'd just stab you to death. And alright, maybe some magic. I do have a bit of magic, especially in enchanting. I'm actually pretty good at enchanting by in-game standards, but I'm not saying the nigh unsurpassed legends of acrobatics and longblade that I am here. Seriously, my acrobatics and longblade are literally maxed out. I'm the best acrobater and longblader that I can get without buffing it with enchanted items. Which I could do, but honestly, I don't think I need to jump much more. And as I say as I equipped Morara's ring. But yeah, I don't think I need to jump much more or sword much better, because I can already sword basically everything to death. And hello! I forgot, are you guys hostile? I don't even remember why Telvanni is interested in this place. Why are you even here? You're a barbarian. Okay, whatever. So let me be told something interesting. Why is it giving me dramatic music? Stop the dramatic music right now. It's annoying. That's a weird mushroom tree. Goodbye, weird mushroom tree. You are weird and weird. Come on, let's find me some Dremora. Not Dremora, I don't want Dremora, never mind. Find me some Daedra. Balfell Outer Shrine is over that way. So... circle around up here. The local map is not as good or as useful, especially as it lacks the, I'm not sure what the name for it is, but that bar at the top of the screen, that upper compass thing, that Oblivion and Skyrim have, but still pretty useful. Now, is there anyone still in here? Who are you guys? Background. Ah, that's why you hate me. Okay, this is that Maidens Guild House Telvanni quest place. Never mind, goodbye. I thought this was an active Daedra ruin. In fact, I've been here before, haven't I? Damn it. Okay, let's explore up this way, I guess? Actually, wait. Wait. Thought. Odinaron. I remember Odinaron was mentioned to be west of the Shrine to Azura. Let's find Odinaron. Odinaron was right about there, I think. So the Shrine to Azura should be right about here? I wish there was a way to mark on the map. That was another thing I really liked that they changed in later games. I don't like that they made the lore a lot more simplistic in the later games, admittedly. Or at least some parts of it. Some parts are still the cool, crazy bullshit that is Morrowind stuff. Yeah, so when we get to discussing the lore, I am going to be so happy! But I need to be Horte Tor Nerevarine to talk with the right person so it isn't all spoilers. Sadness, sadness. Anyway. Outside of blatantly overdone whining. Let's go see if we can find the shrine to Azura, and if not, hey, maybe we'll find a dungeon or two along the way. Have I been to Ashirbadan? I'll be able to check by looking at the local map. I have not. Let us save Ashir. I mentioned that we couldn't find a dungeon, and as soon as that happens, we walk into a dungeon and you're Frost, okay? I don't want to soul trap you. However, this does tell me that I want to get out those scrolls of Psychic Prison. I need to trap a Winged Twilight, Golden Saint, or Storm Atronach. Also be careful there. If you jump too far forwards, you will hit the rock, and that will hurt. Unless you have really high acrobatics, it probably wouldn't hurt me now I think about whatever. I think it's a Daedra or Dreod staff. I can't tell which. Look, you couldn't even really beat me when I was using a weapon I didn't use. I don't really... When I'm using a weapon that I'm not very good at. Don't try that again, will you? Also, I have no idea where there are 5 servant skulls there, but it's kind of neat. Gold key! Balm amulet, Detect the enchantment I don't really care about. Fortify strength, I do care about. Rising force, though, I don't. Balm amulet is a decent healing item, but I have the best baseline healing item in the game, the Hearth Belt. That's the best you can get from random loot. There is a better one. It's a heavy armor shield. Also, that was it? Just like 2? Really? Okay, nothing up there, nothing up there. Is there something underwater? No. This has to have something to do with a quest or an Easter egg. I'm sure of it. There wouldn't be just 5 specially labeled skulls here and a specially labeled ancient chest. What's the ancient chest console command? Day Asherbad. Okay. Servant skulls. Miscellaneous skull. Okay. I was hoping to... Ah! Here we go! Clever! Now, you're a Frost Atronach, so I don't need to, so I don't want to soul trap you. I do need to get 2 Storm Atronachs, Winged Twilights, and others. Alright. It is 2. Yes, yes, I have 2 empty Grand Soul Gems. It really is a pity that stronger ones wouldn't work, otherwise I might just try and use 2 very special plot souls, shall we say. Well, not plot souls, more like very, very powerful souls. Actually, no, you only have 1 soul gem in the game that can... You have trapped a soul! I have a Storm Atronach soul gem. 30,000 gold. The Ogrim one is actually stronger because Ogrims are actually stronger. And Storm Atronachs by soul weight. So they make better enchanted items. And you can screw off and die. Whoever you are, Vindama. And another artifact! I am drowning in artifacts! This actually isn't too strong for me because that reflect 10 to 20%. I just get that passively at the best roll on Marara's ring. Like, they'll stack, don't get me wrong, so it's still kind of useful, but it's not the best thing I could have gotten. Fortify speed is decent, though. And an alchemy skill book, the game at dinner. I like that one. Seriously, I really will shill reading the books if you can, guys. I know I don't do it, and that's a really bad example, but if I read all the books, I wouldn't even be halfway through where I am right now. Destruction! Response to Barrow's speech. take Flame Guard. Blood Thief is good. Fortified Intelligence, Rising Force, I don't care about. Fire Shield and Fortified Magicka are decent. And a chest under the table with Grandmasters. Okay, that's actually really valuable and really light. Grandmasters. Ow! Yes, Grandmasters. Ow! Grandmasters. Ow. And shit, paralysis. Okay, I need to get my Cure Paralysis potions out. Sometimes paralysis can bug you out really, really badly. Okay, 17 of these. Honestly, that's probably too many, but frankly, I don't like bugging out. Messenger Scroll. Summon Scamp. Oh, you scamp. A quick look isn't telling me there's anything down there. Alright, I'm not seeing anything. Let me look at the time. Alright. I think I'll cut the video off here. Next time, I'll try and find another place with Daedra in it so we can actually get the stronghold going and start really getting up in House Telvanni. Because once you get your first stage of your stronghold done, you can get 2 more quests off of Aryan and then a very special quest, the final quest for the house. So, if you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, please leave them in the description below or in the threads on Space Bells and Sufficient Velocity. And for now,